Hello everyone, welcome to your channel. My name is Faris Ahmed. So, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use Cisco Packet Tracer, one of the greatest tools that is developed or designed by Cisco Systems. Give you as a beginner or a learner how to apply the concept of network. So, if you are ready to do this, let's do it. So, for me, I have already downloaded the Cisco Packet Tracer on my system. As you see here, this is the Cisco Packet Tracer. If you have not downloaded, you can go to the first tutorial. You can find out how to download it and install it on your system. So now for this tutorial, as you can see, this is the Cisco Packet Tracer tools. We use it for this tutorial. So I'm going to show you how to create a simple peer-to-peer network depending on this information as you see here on the left right hand. First, this is the tutorial 1, peer-to-peer network. So we mean by peer-to-peer network is a network that acts as both client or a server. So each PC in this topology can be represented as client and server, request a service and receive a service also. So create a simple peer-to-peer depending on this NID. This is the network ID which we should distribute it on our network. The request says drag two PCs and we have Cooper crossover. This is why, because that is mean we have two PCs on the same time, on the same types. Apply IP addresses and for each PC depending on info above. This is means this IP addresses or this is a network address. And then the lastly, verify the connectivity between these IP addresses. So focus on this ribbon. This is the ribbon which we have focused all the time. Why? Because this is include the network component as such as network devices, switches, and we have endpoint devices, and here we have the connection devices. So move with the cursor mouse to click on endpoint devices. As you can see on the right hand here, this is a set of PCs or set of endpoint. We need two PCs. Drag. This is the first PC, and we need another one. This is the PC2. Great. Now we created or we dragged two PCs, PC0 and PC1. Move to the second request. The second request, it says Cooper crossover. Why? Because this is, move to the mouse first, click on it. As you can see here on the right hand, this set of wired. You can use it, for example, for console when you need to configure a switches or a router, and you have Cooper straight. This is for different PCs that need connected on the internet or in the network, and we have crossover. This is the cable we needed. Bingo. Click on it and move with the mouse for the PC0. Click on it. From this pop-up menu, choose Fast Ethernet 0. This is the interfaces for this connection, and move. Click on it and move to the second PC, PC1. Click on it and also choose Fast Ethernet 0. Great, well done. Now we connected two PCs as peer-to-peer. This is the second request from this drag PC, two PCs and crossover cable. Okay. Fast Ethernet 0, for example, as a brief information, is the NIC card represented as RJ45. This is act for correct connecting the PCs as wired. Okay, or also as straight cover when there is a different PC. So now we need to apply the IP addresses for this PC. So before that, let me highlight this peer-to-peer connection, move to this tools, place a note. You need to apply this peer-to-peer, represent peer-to-peer network topology. This is peer-to-peer topology, and as we mentioned, is the peer-to-peer act as client or server. Client or server. This is for this client or server. Highlight it to remember, to remind you this for understanding. So this is peer-to-peer topology. Now right now has been connected, okay, but has no functional port. So the second part is applied to IP addresses. Now IP addresses for this, depending on this NIC card or depending on the network ID 192.168.1.0//24. So from this we need to apply IP address for this. For example, says go to PC 0, click on it. As you can see, this is the desktop of this PC. We have set of tabs: physical, configuration or config, desktop, programming and attributes. So ensure that you are click on the desktop. This is the difference of application installed on this PC as it is in the other PC also. We need to ensure that you are in IP addresses as you see here. Okay, well done. As you can see from above here, this is the interfaces we connect is the wire. First is the net 0, this is the RJ45. On this tab IV configuration we have two tabs, or we have two chosen, two category: DHCP and static. Ensure that you are in the static. DHCP, next tutorial inshallah we will find out what does it mean. So from in front of the IPv version 4 addresses, click in this box and type the network ID 192.168.1.0. 0 here does not represent the IP addresses. It represents the network ID. So the IP address is what started from the next network ID. That means what started from 1 to the last range of the IP addresses. Here we have /24. That means the last IP addresses for this range of the IP addresses is 254. So from this, from 1 to 254, choose any number that you want. So for me, I choose 1. This is the first IP addresses on this PC. So we need to move to the second part of this. We have subnet mask. The subnet mask, just click on this box. Great. This is the subnet mask of this IP addresses, represent as you can see there on this request. We have 192.168.0.24. This is the IP address of this PC. Okay, great. The first IP address is done correctly. Let me just copy to paste it there. Okay, and close this window and move to the next PC. Great. Click on the PC one to apply it also. Move to the desktop. Ensure that from the applications, all this, ensure that you are in the IP configuration. Let me drag this from here. Okay, right now. Also ensure that in the static, click on this IP version 4 addresses and paste it here or write it, depending on you. Just the right IP addresses. This is the last IP addresses we configure from PC 0. Now we need to change this number, not the same IP addresses contained on the same network. Okay, we should differentiate these IP addresses. Let it become, for example, 12, and hit enter or click on the subnet mask. Great. This is the second IP addresses of this PC. This PC1, as you can see here, this the number or the name of the PC1, and we have the second IP addresses with the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. This represent /24. So don't worry. Next, inshallah, we will explain it all of them in details. What do you mean by this number of network ID 192.168.1.0 /24? Okay, now great. Close this window, and also now great. Now we applied the IP addresses for the peer-to-peer network. Is this a network? Yes, absolutely. Just we need to ensure that every PC on this network, for example, can be connected. Why? Because the for request says verify connectivity by using ping. Ping is an application that is responsible for the connection between devices in the network. So we have two ways. You can use ping directly, or we can use a simple tools here. Move with your mouse to these tools, as you can see here in this desktop or in this ribbon part, as like a message. Add simple BDU. Okay, click on it and move with the mouse from PC0. We need to send a message or a packet to PC1 and see what is happening. Great, the connectivity is done correctly. Where? Move on the bottom of the network component, the left hand, on the right hand, as you can see here. On this, we have first last status, final last status. Here we have successfully, and the source is PC0, and the destination is PC1, and the type of this IP address is great ICMP. ICMP, this is the protocol. It's responsible for the connectivity or for the connection between endpoints in each network. Whatever local network, as in internet, for example, any kind of network, this is responsible for the PC. Okay, next, inshallah, we will use ping. It's simple. It gives you as the same network, as the same result. There is a connectivity between them. It will show you the NIC card between these PCs connected successfully. Okay, I think that is the peer-to-peer connectivity is done correctly, and there is nothing to say for this tutorial. Just thank you all for watching, and see you next.